Yo, what's up, YouTube? Part 2, we're going to work with Endless inside of the DAW. As well as running as a standalone, we can also use this as a VST with an Ableton, Bitwig, Studio One, Reaper, FL Studio. We can use this as an AU inside of Logic. Alright, by running it as a plugin, you may find it easier to export audio files, routing external audio tracks, routing other plugin instances, or just capturing ideas that you have. So this I'm going to be very interested in, simply because you have this sequencer and sampler essentially running with the timeline of the DAW. So the first thing that we're going to want to fix is inside of the settings, top right, clock source external, and then follow host transport. So these are playing together, okay? And we can verify that just by turning on the click inside here. So that's important to do. So like I said, what's interesting about this is we can generate the idea in here. So let's go. So it seems like until I actually hit play, will that idea actually come to fruition? Does that make sense? So that's because I have this whole concept of having this be outside of the plugin, and so the plugin is taking the cue from DAW. But what I find fascinating, which I thought about, and this is a bug here, is that you can actually play it as an instrument as well. Let's see if we can pull that off. Let's see if I can bring up the musical keyboard. It's actually not letting me for some reason right now. So maybe we'll just pull this down. Okay, and then we'll bring it back in. Okay, so again, kind of buggy. I really wish they would have taken their time releasing this. I understand they wanted to do it before the holiday season, but anyway, so what I was trying to show you was me playing the ideas inside the DAW, so you can actually play this inside. So that's cool. You can use this just as an instrument as well. Okay, so let's read the manual properly, and then we'll get into it here. When exporting audio directly from Endless Studio into Ableton, the tracks will be stacked in a single audio track in Live. So we know that in Ableton we have to hold Command in order to drag them into their individual audio tracks. Please note you can currently only run a single instance of Endless Studio. That's interesting. Hold on, let me go back. It makes sense. So you can only open one at a time. Thank you for that. When running as a plugin, the functionality is nearly identical, with the only real difference being how you route the audio to the external input device. Wow, is that really the only difference? That's crazy. To support being able to input MIDI directly from your DAW, and to also support the external input device with audio input, the Endless Studio plugin is an instrument plugin with an audio side chain input. Okay, so they're utilizing side chaining. They go over how to do that in Ableton. In Logic, it's pretty sweet. Top right corner, very simple. And wait, is that it? That's all I get? Wow. Alright guys, so it looks like we have to forge our own path. This is an appendix with all the effects. It describes them, what they do. That's not going to be of any service to us. Alright, so look, let's just get into it. Okay, sometimes this is how you got to learn. Get your hands dirty and get right into it. So I'm not going to turn on the click here as that'll be redundant, but I will turn on the click up here. And when I drop the BPM a little bit, okay, let's start generating some ideas. And then just to kind of keep myself going here, I'm just going to create a cycle region, okay? So here we go. See, like right there, I didn't like that idea, so I'm going to go back to this riff. And if I really don't like this idea, I go to riff details, go here, and then delete that one right there. So that's a good workflow tip. It still doesn't answer exactly how I'm going to get this inside of my DAW. So like I said, it could just be played inside here, and this is just going to loop over and over again. Now, let's say I had a legitimate idea, then, you know, maybe you do this kind of thing where it's not playing in the beginning, and then after some time. So that is probably one workflow. I'm not recommending it, I'm just throwing it out there. So that would probably be workflow number one. I would imagine workflow number two looks something like export all the stems. You know, you export them outside of the DAW. We go there. Let's bring in these couple stems here. I like how it does it automatically. Here we go. So that is interesting as well. And then, like I said, you could just play in the MIDI yourself, but that kind of defeats the purpose of this instrument. I'm just trying to find like an application, but we'll get there. In fact, before we move on, hold on, I do want to check something out. I know they didn't give us much by way of working with this, but I do want to see something really quick. Create a separate audio track for either your direct audio input, audio playback, or plug-in instrument. That's interesting. Open up Endless Studio plugin and go to the top. So this is the only part. So you know what it is? I think what it is you can use pre-made loops. You can record yourself in or use other loops, and maybe even plug-in instruments. So let's look at this really quick. Let me drag in just the basic. I use this loop for everything right here. Every time I'm checking like a new compressor or something, I always check this guy out. Not that one right there. Okay, so let's think about this. Okay, I've got this, and this is going to be the side chain source. So I'm going to go in here and go to audio side chain. Now when I go into the microphone tab or the input tab, I would imagine this is where it's sourcing its sound. That seems to be kind of the consensus here. And so how do I get out of this menu? Okay, that's weird. Okay, so let's see how this works. Okay, hold on. This got really serious right now, guys, because I wasn't realizing that you can resample yourself like that. So hold on. All right, so I'm not sure if you caught what just happened right now, but I was literally able to resample myself inside of my DAW. Now I can start adding some effects to this with ease. Guys, this is ridiculous. I mean, I'm still getting my hands around it, still getting used to the flow. But I could take any audio within my session and just treat it in real time, just sample it in real time. So let's say I wanted then to record this idea and print it in. I'm just curious. So we could theoretically create a MIDI region, right? And I could bounce to audio, and then this should well, okay. It's gonna go on forever, I guess. But that's cool. We just could delete that. And then just check this out. Now I've got this pre-made, on-the-spot filter drum sound. And hold on, let me turn this off. So this is ridiculous, the fact that you could do this all within the DAW. I personally do like the tactile nature of the iPad and how seamless it all feels to me, but I still haven't spent as much time as I have with the studio version, the standalone or the plugin, as I have with the actual app itself. I mean, I spent a couple of nights with it just enjoying the workflow. But bear in mind, you can MIDI map all this, so if you have all this set to a couple key commands, some keyboard modifiers, a keyboard controller, perhaps this would be a much better workflow. But like I said, I kind of have my flow going right now. But the only way to really know is to spend time with it, and then you'll start really defining what it is that you're gonna do. So I'm seeing a couple different ramifications. This can make you really fast. I mean, it's just a fun tool. All right, so let's get rid of this idea. Let's just start a new one. Okay, so let me see. Can I mute this? I guess I'll bring it down. No, it's not even letting me. Let's see. Okay, let's start a new idea. Let's go back here. Let's see. Huh. Alright, so hold on right here, hold on. Seems to be giving me some issues. Let me turn this off, move this over. So this seems to be the workflow here. Turn on a cycle region and start playing out the idea. Again, you could automate it in and out. You could, looks like, bounce it to audio. And then also you can just route it, right? So let's say we had another audio track and we wanted to route this idea to another audio track. You can do that. And so we'll write route here. I'm curious, I didn't think about it this way. But no. Let's keep moving. So I'm going to route this to this track here, okay? So let me go, output is going to be bus, let's just do 25. It doesn't matter which number you choose. Then we'll go bus 25. And then we're just going to record the audio coming out of here into right here, okay? So let's try it out. Now it's not supposed to sound terrible like that. Something happened here. Okay, it actually sounds okay. It's just when it was recording, it didn't sound all that great. But now you have the audio to play with here if you want to, okay? And you can even start chopping this up, right? This can become kind of part of the workflow. Hold on, here. Yeah, you can start. So that's another fun workflow as well, routing the audio. Again, I'm not exactly sure if I'll be using it that way, but still, it's super fun regardless. Let's see, anything else that we can talk about? There's vocals, we can process vocals. So again, you can sidechain this inside of here. Go to angelic vocal, and then I wonder if I could take that and sample it inside of here. I haven't tried this yet. Let me try this out, okay? So we're going to record this voice into the sample. I'm not hearing it, but hold on. Okay, so what's happening is we're getting this inside of here, but we need to record it. So let's record it. I like it when it samples 2 times over, so I'm gonna sample the sample 2 times over. Okay, so then now that's good enough for me. Let's take it out of sidechain. Let's go back to none. So we should just be hearing the top one here. Looks like it recorded it twice, so that's interesting. So I noticed a little bit of glitching there, some weird information that's not translating well. Let's put some reverb rather than delay. So I like this latch feature, right? So let's just latch that. So there's still some artifacts here. Sounds a little bit funny. My buffer size is okay, so I'm just going to assume that it's the plugin making some of that noise. But anyway, you hear the voice. And then now I'm going to go into the sampler itself and sample that. So let's see. Take these two, consolidate them, and start recording. Okay. Hold on. Why isn't this working? I guess let's try one more time. Alright, not hearing the idea. Why? So yeah, that is kind of strange to me. This feature sometimes works perfectly. Sometimes I've got the target. It's not muted, so I see that it's the vocal. Yeah, not getting what's going on there. So anyway, I just thought to show you the AU version. If you have any insights, any ideas that are currently working for you in this format, I would love to hear it inside of the comments. I really don't see this as, being something that you play like a MIDI instrument. This is definitely more a step sequencer that you use in the context of your song, whether you choose to export the stems or not. This can be a great way just to generate some ideas. Again, if you had some kind of idea and maybe you thought in your head, wow, wouldn't it be great if I add some gate to this? Again, you could just go right in here, go to audio, daydream, and then take in the audio. So let's see, we'll do something like that. Sidechain from up there, go into the microphone. And then I would take that vocal and I would process it. Wait, it's so funny. Now I'm hearing this thing is sampled now. Hold on. Okay. This thing is particularly interesting because, hold on. Why? Okay, well, anyway, this thing is going a little bit haywire on me. But yeah, I think that's a great workflow. Um, and then now, so then we'll take these three vocals and then you could put some effects on them, and that would be like a really great workflow. Of course, now it crashed. Let's be sure to send Endless some love during this time of transition. Of course, you can collaborate with others. There are public jams you can view. If you select any of them, you will immediately jump into the jam and start chatting and creating riffs with other users. So they have created a home for people. That's amazing. Again, you can export the riffs. You could share. And you've got jam details. Here you can invite users to join in on your jam. So really incredible, guys, what you can do here. My only other suggestion is that we go to Endless Studio and we help them out in terms of sorting out the program. Any bugs you may find, you can contact support. But again, a massive congratulations to the entire Endless team for putting together this revolutionary product. We got your back, we got your six. We are so excited about what you all are up to, and we thank you for providing this wonderful service. As always, we are HF Music Academy. Thank you for watching. If you love the content, go ahead and hit us up. Support at hfmusicacademy.com. Much love, much respect. We will catch you on the next one.